to put it in 239 chat.
Too late. Hey, what's up,
Okay.
everybody? Jim Flanagan alongside with Giant 918. It's not Thursday, but it's Sunday night here. The Sunday Showdown over here, and it's the playoffs. 239 hockey. We got playoffs happening here. Round one just finished here. On to the next round, which will be the semifinals, and when we're down to the final four. We're going to recap that first round, the two series that played. We had our predictions last week. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it that week. And tonight, somebody else ain't able to make it here tonight. It's definitely not Giant. Giant 918, what's going on, man?
www.239hockey.net. Follow us on Twitter at 239hockey. A lot of winning going on over here. Some people feel like they're getting ripped off. We're in the heat of the battle. We got the season finals coming up over here. Our normal co-host, Bailey, is not here tonight. Pretty emo stuff going on over here, Flanny. The information that I've received is that he is pissed off at none other than you. Not surprising, 239 Hockey fam, as he wanted to play tonight as he's traveling for business to another state. A little concerning over here, Flanny. Is Daly going to be able to make it for the series, for the two games? It's a best-of-7 series. What's going to go on over here? Because obviously he's traveling for the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So the only times he's going to be able to be here basically is Thursday, right? Is that right? If there are 4 potential games for that?
Hey, listen, man, that's none of my concern, none of the Hollywood Blondes' concern on there, man. That his schedule freaking sucks, man, here this week. And look, man, people want to get on my case on here. Oh, why am I playing him tonight where he could only play 2 nights this week, man? Listen, and then or they throwing this card at me like, oh, Hollywood, you're scared to play with Daly in the lineup. Oh, he's got to go to the waivers, man. Like it's my fault, you know. They're putting a picture on me and said, hey, Hollywood's a scumbag here. He's not gonna play him, man. You know, he's not gonna play the whole team here, and you know he wants to get his way into the finals. There's also talk about people trying to trying to take advantage here of the situation, like, oh, Chris Stapp can't make it Monday night, and guess what? Still Luka does, you know. So, but listen, man. We're gonna play. It's not an emo thing going on in my locker room, man. My guys are ready. It's a playoff time. You guys saw us week number 1 here, round number 1 of the playoffs, man. And we're bringing the same type of intensity here, round 2, whether Daly's ready or not, whether Jello time is ready. I don't think they are, Giant, man. And then, like I said, that's not my problem, man.
So we will eventually get to the preview for the semifinals over here, guys. Want to give a quick shout-out to the guys in 239 chat. Shout-out to Sober. Shout-out to Phoenix Rising. Shout-out to Arberly Berry. And shout-out to our sometimes co-host, ACDC. These guys are hardcore. They're in here all the time. So it's absolutely fantastic that these guys are in chat all the time over here, man.
Why don't we go? Speaking about logging in, Giant, man, what about the sign-ups? We got Season 3 sign-ups already posted there on the website, and I heard a lot of signups already coming in, man.
Yeah, it's really exciting stuff, Phoenix.
Yeah, scouting games, man. A lot of scouting games going on, man.
Yeah, I mean, you just take a look at the front page, and there are guys posting on the forums over there already, man. These guys don't mess around. They're tired of getting ripped off. They know they've been disenfranchised. They know they have a chance to drain the swamp over here. They have a chance at making the championship over here at 239 Hockey. The next season is always around the corner over here. They are tired of where they've been. They want to repeal and replace, and they want to get rid of all this garbage over here, and they know what to do. So shout out to the captains who are scouting already over here, Flatty. And, you know, some of these guys, they didn't even feel like it. Why don't we go into the beginning of the first round over here where Jello Time and Thundercats, they had a bye in the first round.
That's right.
And why don't we go over it first? Why don't we go over the take the gun and drape Philadelphia? And I think that what was the series final? What was the final series?
4-0 sweep, man.
Yeah, and it
You
was
guys
it was
didn't, you
kind
guys
of
didn't
like a
give Drake.
miracle.
You guys
Yeah.
didn't give Drake a chance here in this series, Giant. The only thing where you guys messed up, man, you guys gave him actually a game. You guys actually thought they were going to win a game, man. I did not, and they got swept. Like I said, they came into this series here with a 12-game losing streak. The fact that they even made the playoffs was just out of my mind, man. And you bring something like that into the playoffs, you're gonna expect the same thing. It's not something's gonna change around. Hey, they got Hugh Laurie back into the series, but that did not change anything at all. Same Drake Philadelphia, and they got swept 4-0. We talked about how great Max's team is, man, especially after that trade, after this rehab team here, man. These guys are ready. They looked good on film, man, and Yambag's quick exit here, man. No,
Yeah,
I think it was a surprise to anybody.
I mean, take a look at the points over here by their forwards over here, and shout out to Mags again, man. Such a tremendous job after that trade. He's got Cosmic Fade over here, averaging pretty much four points a game, and then you got Joe Stowe and Marty McFly with 3 points per game. They're a force to reckon with. Thundercats have been absolutely on fire all season. This should be an absolute good series. We'll get to that after we're done with the first round series over here. What an exciting time.
Yeah,
Leave it them take the cannoli. Yeah.
Regular season don't mean nothing come playoff time, man. That's what you gotta understand, man. And what went down with the cannolis in the regular season, it does not matter, man. It's what are you doing now, man? What are you doing in the playoffs? And this team's red hot, man. 4-0 sweep against Drape. But the way they did it, man, it was just blowouts, man. Besides, I think that first game, it was like 3-0. They couldn't get the offense. I know Yambag started swapping guys around, trying to get some offense going, man. Fell back for Doug CTC, man. That guy was just facing shots after shots. And, that forward line, man, Fade, Joe Stowe, and freaking Marty McFly, man. Those guys are connecting here. Then you got that solid defense with Pale Poner and McGilla. And you can't forget about Shorty's 4 days in net, who has stepped up big time here for McGilla. And, the rest is history, man.
Yeah, no question about it. You said Shorty's for day was absolutely lit as fuck, man. The guy had an 87% save percentage. He allowed 7 goals in the 4 games. Goals against average of 1.75. Not much more you could ask of your goalie. That's absolutely a tremendous job over there. He had one shutout out of the series too, and there's no surprise because I don't know. Maybe it's 6 more weeks of winter for Drapeadelphia. So I guess the groundhog didn't show the shadow, and I guess winter existed, and it just stayed there for Drapeadelphia. So
Hugh Laurie, hey, listen, man. Hugh Laurie maybe should have stayed on that cruise, man. He came back a bit too early here. I think Drake played better without him, man. And that brings a question here. How overrated is one Hugh Laurie, man? We go into this every time, into every season here. So far, this season, last season, he has not proven much, man, here. And I question this, Giant. I question guys in the chat room there as well, man. Is Hugh Laurie overrated, man? Or was this Drapedale Field team just not have everything, man? You look at his points. You look at Hugh's goals. I think Yambag himself might have had as much point as Hugh did on offense. So, and when that happens, man, you're not going to win games, man. And they didn't. They got swept here 4-0. Maybe Hugh Laurie needs to become a captain again, man, for the next season instead of being in the draft pool, because I think he went early, man, especially with that sketchy schedule, with that draft pool, and also his performance here, Giant, not a round 2 pick at all.
Yeah, and some people were defending him. I think Daly was defending him too, because Yambag had him playing right wing or something like that. He ended up drafting this guy who was self-proclaimed 5th best player in the world. So when you're drafting a guy like that, I mean, you're expecting things to happen, and that unfortunately did not happen. So
Listen,
He ended up dropping him, but
regardless with that, but Giant in the playoffs, Hugh Laurie played center, man. You know, I know the regular season, yes, but in the playoff time here, he played the center spot. He had his chance to come out big here, man. Game 1, nothing, 0 shutout, man. You know, and you know, rest of the series, I think he only had like 2-3 points, man, and that's not good at all, man. And you know, his performance here so far in 239, I don't know, has drastically dropped, man. He's not the Hugh Laurie I think that we've all been accustomed to, a guy that changes the game, man. And like I mentioned, I think instead of being in a draft pool going early, I think this guy needs to be a captain. But then again, I don't know, Giant, because last season he had one of the most awful drafts in history, so who knows, man.
Maybe the golden cock is wearing off of him, man. Maybe it got some tarnish. Maybe it's tarnished or something, man. But I think he'll get it back up there, man. We'll see what happens over here. Let's talk about the next series, Flanny.
John, before we go, I just want to point out one more thing, man. I see a lot of guys on the message boards, a lot of guys on the websites. They take shots at X Daily here. You know, beginning of the season, I want to mention something, man. The guy made his analysis. He made his predictions. And one of the things that guys didn't like, teams didn't like, the players, where he said this team's gonna suck, this team's gonna be bad, Giant, this team's gonna be horrible. And you know, he only said, I think, the Blondes and the Jello time, and I think the Cats were gonna make playoffs, and everybody else was horrible. But one thing I gotta give credit to X Daily, he was on point, man. You look at the standings, Giant. Besides the Cannolis, which he mentioned about the trade, a whole different team when it started out. You know,
right.
I think if it was this team come in beginning of the season, X Daily wouldn't have put them as the worst team in the league. But only one team out of the other 7 teams, man. He predicted they were going to have a bad season, and Giant, I think they did, man. You look at the standings, you look at the records there. 6 out of the 10 teams were below 500, man. And especially when you got a team that lost 12 in a row make playoffs, you know? Hey, they had just spots to fill basically at that point. So X Daily, I think, called it right, man, on the analysis when he brought those teams. They said, yeah, these teams are not going to be good, man. They had a horrible draft, or they drafted wrong, and I give credit to the man.
Yeah, you got credit where credit duly noted, man. He did mention that a bunch of times. As soon as the trade occurred, the rest is pretty much history. So, so he will definitely get credit for that. That's all you got. Can I have a link to the show? We got a link for the show, Flanny, or not?
You know what? If you go in the chat, the tab on the chat box, the video should be right below the chat thing, man. It should be right there.
All right.
Should be there, man. No, I don't got the link on hand, man.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. All right, so let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next series, man, and that's the Fear the Wolf FTW versus you guys, the Hollywood Blondes, man. And I called this series right. You guys beat them in 5. Not too challenging, I would think, right, Flanny?
Well, Giant, you did call it right, man. X Daily thought it was going to be a much closer series, but we came out first 2 games, man, on fire. Like you mentioned, Chubbs Reborn was going to come out big. He did. McSwagger did the same. Cody, I mean, the full team came out. First 2 games weren't even close, Giant. Game 3, though, and here's where I was surprised with Cameron, Chaos Rider, a.k.a. Shock. You know, I mean, the guy's got like 3-4 different gamer tags. But here's the thing, man. He came in the series. Game 3, I think, was the closest game, the closest match that they gave us. I want to give a shout-out to a guy that he has on his team, Ya Dun No. He pretty much he's a center, man, and you got to play him at the center spot. He did not do that for the first 2 games. And I think when he put him in Game 3, unfortunately, he's only a part-time player. That was the closest game there that they had. We did eventually win that one as well. So the first night was 3-0. I asked Cameron if we could play the 4th one and be done with it, but you know, the answer to that was no. So we went to the next night. next night we actually were without Chubbs Reborn, man. Marine Mike stepped it up there for us, and we still got the series win, man. 4-1 in that series. Drift King got a bit exposed there in that series, Shine.
Yeah, you take a look at that. But you mentioned as well, the lineups weren't right. So shout out to Chaos Rider, a.k.a. The Plug, a.k.a.
He actually used a waiver night number 2. I believe Rev Hellcat stepped in there. He did. Zlo was a no-show. Mr. Mike Scott was a no-show. And then he couldn't use Dunn because he was a part-time player. So he actually even had to go to the – and that, and when that happens, like I said, during the playoffs, when you go to the waivers, it's very hard, man.
Yeah, that's tough. So you take a look at this, bro, and what we had discussed in the last Thursday Throwdown, a big post was made by Chubbs, and it was like one of those too long, didn't read. But I'm like, what is going on over here? He's writing a whole damn short story and bitching about everything and under the sun, Chubbs. But I said at the end of the day, I'm like, he makes some good points. Look, Swag, I explained to the 239 Hockey family how I know Chubbs. I mean, how I know McSwagger. And, of course, you have other people posting on there, too. Colinelli. So shout out to Colinelli. This is their experience. This was McSwagger. And here you are as the captain, Flanny, and you're explaining them basically, I have my reasons. I mean, what else are you going to say? I mean, and the guys lit it up, man. McSwagger and Chubbs, they lit it up the first night, man. What else do you need? Okay? The fact of the matter is that the guys got together. They figured it out. You guys found a way to win pretty handedly, too. As Daly predicted that it should have been a much closer series, but it wasn't. You said there were some no-shows over there, too, man. And you guys are still able to find a way to win, man. So your guys came up big, even though Chubbs wasn't there for the second series, man. Is this going to be an issue for the future with Chubbs or what, man? That he's not going to be around.
It wasn't a some guys messaged me and they're like, oh, Hollywood, did you bench him that second night because he had I think 12 or some penalties in the first 3 nights? But no, man, it was the guy messaged me actually before the series even started. He couldn't make it Wednesday. We already had the schedule set. I tried to move dates around, but I couldn't. So we kept it. It was only one guy, so we brought in Marine Mike, who's always filled in for us. Tremendous job, whether at bring him in center or on right wing. He's always been there, man. And shout out to him, man. Marine Mike's been exceptionally well. We haven't had to use a waiver at all, man, to go to the waiver pool. So, especially with a guy like that. But yeah, man, it is what it is, Giant. I mean, here's the deal, man. There's guys that just hate some people, can't stand some players, whether it's this guy or that, you know what I mean? Some guys have good chemistry with others, you know what I mean? And, some guys just hear it through the grapevine, man, and, it's unfortunate, but it happens, man. It's, people get, perceptions of a player, but without even playing the game. With the person. So,
right.
Here's the deal, man, John. We may not have Thanksgiving dinner, man. We may not be going to freaking Sunday school, Sunday church mass, man. But the bottom line is, when it comes to play, man, especially in the playoffs right now, when it comes down to it, man, the Hollywood Blondes are ready. We don't care who we're playing, Giant, man.
Yeah, and it seems like you guys are on absolute fire over here. Shout out to Marine Mike as well, too. It doesn't seem like your team is fazed by anything. So you think some sort of big deal is going to happen. There's an absolute meltdown in the locker room, and there absolutely isn't at the end of the day. And you guys are doing what you got to do. You're playing to win the game and playing to win the series. Go ahead.
Listen, man, when you're winning, all that drama doesn't mean nothing, man. You're winning the games, man. That's all that matters, and I think that's what comes down to it. People just want to play hockey, play the game, and win the cup, man. So. And that's what we're there. Bottom line is, at the end of the day, we want to win the 239 Cup here, and the way to do it, we gotta get through the next round. So, Fear the Wolf, yeah. I mean, Cameron had a great, solid season to make the playoffs. I thought, you know what I mean. He did some trades here and there, but eventually, you know what I mean. They had some good chemistry, man. with those guys. But you know, the better team came out better this series, Giant.
Yeah, yeah. All right. All right, so that's what we got on that, man. But excuse me, there should be some fantastic series over here in the semifinals. Now, why don't we do this? It's Jello time versus
Giant. Top 4 teams in the final 4 here. So
yeah, because you said there was reseeded.
Are in it, man.
Yeah, they're reseeded. The standings were reseeded once the round occurred. So you take a look at this. You guys are playing. It's Jello time over here. So we told you at the beginning of the show, 239 Hockey Fam, that Daly is traveling for business in another state. So I mean, I think he's got to bring his device with him, Flanny. Would you agree with that?
He's got to do something, man. Here, listen, Giant, man. Here's the thing, man. In the playoffs, each captain is given a refused night, man. One refused night. You know, I used mine tonight, man. Tonight, not because of the show, man. I could be playing yet, but I used mine tonight because my guys can't play Sunday. We didn't play Sunday all season, and actually, a lot of the teams here in the 239 don't play Sunday. You ask a guy like Yambag. I don't think played any Sunday's games, man. And that's one of the nights that we do refuse. We're open Monday through Thursday, man. 4 nights. We got to play 2 nights, man. And, you know, I happen to use my night tonight, man. So, and if I'm going to get shot for that, man, well, beat it, man.
Yeah, there's no question for that, man. You guys are entitled to a one refused day, man. Sunday is your refused day. I think it has been with a lot of teams during the season. So he's got to, you know, where there's a will, there's a way too, man. So I'm sure he could figure something out. He's a big boy over here. Not too happy though. He's ignored us on the media thread all weekend over here. I hope to God he doesn't have any kind of real life things going on. I suspect that is not the case. It is just a case of the emos that Daly has tonight. But we got a preview over here, man. I think he's going to say 3 games on Wednesday, 4 games on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I think you guys – I'll make my prediction over here. I think he's going to take it, but it's going to be in 7 games, man. Flanny, you don't have to give a preview over here, man. You're the team. Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the thing. Yeah, Monday he's missing, and that's the night we're only playing 3. And the 4 is on Wednesday. I think he's there for all 4 on Wednesday night. But, you know, he's got DeMar. He's got a lot of part-time players that he swaps around. Valcor's out there, you know what I mean, where, you know, you take X-Daly off, you got Valcor to take a spot. Or if you want to play Daly at the forward spot, you got DeMar, who's a part-time guy. So he's got the guys to do it. I just want to give a shout-out because I just got a Twitter message on it. Pel Polner just went live there on the Twitch. You guys want to check out the playoffs, the semifinals of the other series. That's the Cannolis against the Thundercats. That's happening right now, man, as we speak. So, but back to this Giant here. Yeah, I mean, you know, he mentioned even himself. He's got a deep team. He's got a roster there. You know, he's got the extra guys that he needs to do. And, you know, so, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, real life stuff happens, man. I mean, the guy's got to go to Boston. I don't know what the cause why, but he's got to go down there. So he's not going to be there Monday, Tuesday, and I think he gets back there Wednesday. So, and that's when we're going to play. But, you know, even as a part-time player, you know, X-Daly is a force. Yeah, man. I mean, it's we're going to go to 2 nights regardless, you know, whatever the outcome is on Monday. So X-Daly is going to be in this series, whichever way you look at it here. And we're hoping to get those wins early, Giant, man. That's all I know. We're hoping coming there Monday, get the job done, man, and then close things out on Wednesday night.
Yeah, there's no question. If you got them stumbling and they're down even 2-1, man, if you have a game in hand, I think that's huge, bro. Now, I think their team is going to get to host 4 of the games probably because they have the higher seed. But it's still going to be interesting. Hopefully there's no connectivity.
That's if we go to 7, Giant. That's if we go to 7.
Yeah. But I don't know. A lot of people. Does anybody have connectivity issues really these days or not really?
So far hasn't. I think majority of it, if it's when EA has the issue, man. You know what I mean? When there's an EA issue, NHL 17 issue, yes. But other than that, everybody's been pretty good, man. On my team, it's been pretty good, and I got guys all over the place, man. I got guys from Canada. I got Jimbo there from Cali. I'm in the East Coast, so we're all over the place, man.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. And we got the other series here, man, and that is the Thundercats again. It's the Thundercats against the Leave the Guns, Take the Cannoli, man. And this should be a tremendous series as well.
Listen, this is going to be a slugfest, Giant. It's going to be all-out barn burner here, man, between these two. And, you know, on paper, yes, you want to lean towards the Thundercats. You know, you got the point scorer, the goal scorer, the hits leader there, and number 2 seed team. But don't count McGilla out, man. What he's done with the Cannolis here, man, they're red hot. I would not want to be playing the Cannolis right now. I'd rather be playing X Daily.
Yeah, and I mean, you just don't know. I mean, how hot is it? You know, it's not what have you been doing for me. It's what have you been doing for me lately, and Cannoli is absolutely white hot, man. I mean, that's how fucking hot they are right now. Dangerous team over here. I think this is going to go down to the wire as well. I'm still going to give it to the Thundercats in 7, but they are definitely going to give a scare over here. I think they'll be up. I think the Cannoli, and they'll come from behind and they'll win 3, something like that, man. Should be an outstanding series. And it's starting already, so shout out to Pale Poner. We'll take a look at what happens during the season. I mean, during the series. But what a time to be alive! What a time to be alive for both of these teams, and should be a grinder of a series, Planny.
And they play 4 tonight. They play 4 games tonight, so it could actually end tonight if one team does sweep. One thing here, man, the Thundercats. They haven't been on the ice for a while now, man, because last week they had the bye. Last time they played was the Monday before that. So you're looking like almost 2 weeks here where they haven't played here. So that's another factor here you got to look into. Are they going to come out ice cold to begin this game, man? And I think, you know, McGilla's got to get them early, man. He's got to get those early goals in there, and he's got the weapons to do it, man. So it's 2 great offenses, man, on there going at it, man. I know Sober's got a good depth roster there. He's got a couple of part-time guys. He swaps in and out, man. I see you're still riding that Sober train, huh?
Yeah, there's no question, dude. He's playing out of his mind. His whole team is playing out of their mind. And Daly didn't say – I mean – he wasn't really giving them too much credit, man. I'm like, dude, you're out of your mind, bro. This team is outstanding, dude. And really, I don't know if Sober, you know, the season's MVP, in my opinion, I think he's going to be the league's MVP. I don't think many people are close. I mean, he might or whatever, but I mean, this team is absolutely outstanding, Planny.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Giant Man? I'm going with the upset here. I think the Cannolis got what it takes to win this series here, and it all starts tonight, man. I don't think we're going to see another Dominator Silva write-up. I think McGilla has the full package here with his team, man. He's got that great chemistry between McFly and Cosmic. It's working out. Marty McFly coming in there as well, and a great defensive he checks, great back check by Marty. 2 solid defenders and a stud in net. I think advantage Cannoli, regardless what the record says, and the points leader.
Yeah. All right, so we'll take a look at what happens, man. Just a quick reminder: Season 3 signups are live. You know, send an email to the board members if you're interested in being a captain. Shout out to all the captains who stepped it up over here in season number 2. We need you guys to step up in season number 3 already. Shout out to the captains who have already signed up, such as AC. I see him over here on the forums. He's on here all the time, man. So shout out to AC and the rest of the guys who have already signed up for being captain over here, Flanny. Anything else you got over here, brother?
That's right, man. Yeah, a couple of new guys actually stepping up as captain. The sign-up's going real well, man. A lot of returning captains as well. I think I even saw D-Mart on there, which is great to see. X-Daily on there. I believe even Sober, so that should be an interesting season 3. And we got a lot of new sign-ups, new guys joining the league on there as well, man. So season 3 should be great. We're still closing. I mean, especially we're right now in a playoff time where usually in leagues during the playoffs, guys take off because they're not playing. It kind of dies down, man. But not here, man. It's happening. Guys are going into scouted games during this playoff time here, and trying to get the early edge over some of these other guys because they have a series actually tonight. But it's great to see, man. Great to see stuff like that, and great to see new captains trying to step up and being a first-time captain here, and always good sign. Great stuff in the media too, man. We got if you guys didn't check it out, we got the top 10 plays there. All 5 weeks of the top 10 plays, top players of the week. It's all uploaded up there on YouTube. We also got all these preview matchups videos on there and stuff. And I'm still finishing up the recap video highlight reels of the round 1 and now the semifinals.
Yeah, and a bunch of guys over here signed up, man. This is really outstanding, man. I mean, I'm really pumped up already, man. We're in the semifinals of season number 2. I already got goosebumps all over me thinking about season 3, guys. This is really, really exciting at 239 Hockey, where we are making hockey great again, guys. This is the place to be at. You know, I know, we all know 239 Hockey is the best online hockey league on the face of the planet, Flanny.
No doubt about it, Giant. No doubt, man. Definitely a special place here at 239, man. And I think season 3 is going to be like fucking WrestleMania 3, man. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better, man. It's going to be
Hulk Hogan is going to be body slamming Andre the Giant, man. I was only like 4 years old or 5 years old, man. What a crazy time, man, over here.
Get ready, man. Get ready, bro. Yeah. I believe Yembag and DJ and all them are updating that spreadsheet there every time. So, and those things are being updated each day, man.
Yeah. Shout out to the board of directors as well, man. They do a hell of a job over here. A lot of things going behind the scenes as well, guys. Shout out to you as well, Flanny, with the media. It's absolutely outstanding. If you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you check out the top 10s. We'll have some awards this year as well, Flanny. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So those are in the process of occurring as well, man. And the next time we see you, we will go over our predictions of the second round, semifinals, and of the finals. That's coming up right next week. Go ahead, Flanny. Anything else you got?
Also, we'll give a little season 3, man. Don't be surprised if you see the Flan Fan Show back on the air, man. A lot of negotiations in the works on that as well to bring that back for season 3.
Yeah, it's really exciting, guys. So we want to keep that up if we can, man. And it's just really exciting, guys. So we appreciate you guys following us, man. And anything you could do to help the league, we greatly appreciate it, man, because we can't do this by ourselves, man. So we're constantly giving shout-outs over here as well, man. It's not only the players, man. The captains need, we need captains. There's administrative stuff that has to be done on the website. A lot of things going on over here at 239 Hockey, where we are making hockey great again, man.
That's right, no doubt, Giant, no doubt, man. I don't got anything else, man, here.
All right, well, we'll see you guys on Thursday, and if not, we will change that. Make sure you guys continue to check us out, www.239hockey.net. Follow us on Twitter, at 239hockey. Jim Flanagan, Giant918, signing out. Have a good